Hey guys, I am so stoked for today's video because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things all year long, the Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge. Registration is coming up. If you're not going to punch that button, if you're not sitting there ready, you're probably going to miss out. So first of all, be ready to do that. Second of all, let's go over some of the equipment that we use for my favorite discipline, which is bench rest. Now you're going to want a rifle system like this. And I'm not saying that it has to be an FX Impact. What I am saying is it needs at least the accuracy capability of a system like this because, guys, people are setting records left and right. Last year, Thane shot, I believe, a 240 out of 250. We're talking about pellets at 100 yards in crazy Utah wind that blows over targets. To give you an idea, I mean, the accuracy potential of the rifle has to be there, the ammunition has to be there, and of course, the shooter themselves. So if you're going to go and have fun, do that. If you want to be competitive, you're going to need some stuff. We're going to go over the things that I believe help me be more accurate on the range. We're also going to do some scope cam so you can see in flight the pellets. You know, we're talking about sub MOA rifles here, guys. You're going to need an optic. For me, the Element Theos is top of the mark. I've used everything from Night Force to the Element Nexus to Valdata, and I love my Valdata, but I love my Valdatas more in like a tactical scenario. I like to put them on my ARs. I like to put them on long range rigs, and the Theos would do great there too. But what the Theos has that a lot of other scopes don't have is actual good clarity at full magnification. We have a 36 power optic here. I don't shoot bench at 36, but when I am done, or if I have a question about, hey, did I fire a shot at that target, I can zoom into 36 and I basically have a perfect clarity spotting scope sitting right on my rifle. Now, a lot of people get confused and double shoot targets, and especially if the lighting's just not right and you've got a little 22 hole or a little 30 caliber hole on a piece of paper at 100 yards, it becomes tough. If you have an extra shot on your target, it's a 10-point penalty. So long story short, whatever optic you choose, make sure that it's the best clarity that you can afford. You're also going to need a really good bipod. I have been using Accutac for years and years. I love them. I actually won this challenge with one. This year, I just wanted to try something a little different, a whole different style of shooting. And my friend Nikolai Boldov makes this bipod with a joystick. So I'm experimenting with that. I actually really, really like it. This way, you actually have a rigid sandbag here at the back of the rifle stays, and you control your up and down via this joystick, and you can also do your left and right. It's really cool. I've gotten used to it pretty fast, so we'll see how that does for me. You're also going to want to have a lot of air capability. You can't be tethered for this competition. So I use the Air Marksman big bottle here. It's almost as long as the barrel, but it's great because it lets me shoot 2-3 magazines without having to worry about air. And if you're in a rhythm or if the wind's laid down and you really want to pump some shots off fast, you kind of need that. You know, if you had the regular smaller bottle on here, you could just get into a rhythm and then you're out of air. And by the time you get back to the bench after filling, you know, you've broken your shooting position, the wind's changed. It's kind of a nightmare. So I like the bigger bottle for that reason. The other thing that we should talk about with air is Air Marksman brought out this 90 degree, and I love that because otherwise the fill port on this rifle is right down here. And it's really hard to get in and out of, especially when you're on the clock. So what I like to do is have this clipped in, and then when I go to fill it with air, all I'm doing is clicking onto there, fill, degas, take it off, and I'm ready to go for another 2-3 magazines. Saber Tactical butt pad. This adjustable butt pad is going to let you get your length of pull just right, and everything about this competition is going to be fitting the rifle to you. So that's really, really important so that when you get on that gun, you're just ready to go. I would highly recommend an adjustable butt pad of some type. Saber Tactical is my favorite, but everybody has their opinions. This is also Saber Tactical. This is called a bag rider. And so for my style of shooting this year, where it's going to be on the rigid sandbag, It's nice because it's like adjustable. You can pull it back like this and it's going to point more up, or you push your rifle forward and it's going to cant more up like this. So you have this angle where you get to decide, how the rifle angle starts. And then of course, I'll be using this joystick to manipulate the front of the rifle once I have that set. So one of the other really important things is getting set up such that you're the same every time and you want to be level. So this send it level right here works wonders for me. It lets me be repeatable every time. I got that from Utah Airguns. As a matter of fact, most of this rifle is from Utah, and they're just the best store when it comes to your technical advice. And the guys there are just real shooters. So it's helpful to, be on the phone asking questions, especially if you're kind of new. These guys will guide you in the right direction. A moderator is not necessary for this competition, but I kind of like having it there. It's just a little quieter. It's a little more peaceful while you're shooting, especially like where I'm practicing here inside. It's snappy without it. It sounds kind of like a quiet 22 long rifle, which is, plenty quiet enough, but inside, not much fun. Let's jump over to my range. We'll be shooting at 102 yards, and you can see the accuracy capability of the system. We're going to be using a trigger cam on top through the Theos. And remember, of course, that, the camera's going to degrade the quality of the optic a little bit, the way that you're seeing it, but that's just how it is. It's pretty good through the trigger cam, though, so let's jump into it.
Hold no wind at first. All right, that's about 10. I'm not sure exactly how many it is. I lost count, but let's go ahead and try and center up on the bull. I'm going to use this right here as a sighter, and then come down, and we'll put 5 as close as we can to the center. Keep going. Oh, wind changed. Oh man, that was tricky.
One of the most beloved events at RMAC is PMC, or Precision Marksmanship Challenge. Guys, this is a blast to watch. You got some of the best shooters in the world. A lot of guys coming over from PRS too, because the prizes are so insanely big. We're talking about $20,000 for one day's worth of shooting if you win. Last year, Matt Dubber won it. He's an amazing shot, kind of an airgun god. And he's won it multiple times now, I think. But long story short, you're taking something like PRS with big bore powder burners, and you're instead shooting that with an air gun, usually a slug, and you're doing it out to 200 plus yards. So, when you start to think about a 2-inch target at 200 yards in 25, 30 mile an hour wind, it's something to watch these guys. So definitely check that out. As a matter of fact, if you are not even like remotely close to feeling like you're going to be competitive and you're within the area, still go. Guys, it is one of the coolest things to watch in the world. You've got people from literally all around the world: Russia, Chile, Brazil, Mexico. I mean, just everywhere people are coming in to shoot this. So you are going to watch some of the masters of the craft, and it would be free to you. You can literally just sit there and watch, and you can even ask questions. These guys are competing, so try and be courteous and give them their time. But if they're just sitting there, having a soda or something, and you want to ask a question, the airgunning community is probably the nicest group of people that I have ever met, and we're really good looking too. Another fan favorite is the speed challenge. Speed challenge is one of those things where when it gets down to the finals, you can hear the screams on the range like a mile away. I mean, people are going head to head, shooting steel so fast it'll blow your mind. Like a Wild West scenario with steel targets everywhere, and there's two guys just banging them out as fast as they can with mirror target arrangements. It's just so cool. So if I want to get one thing across to you guys, it's that you absolutely must pay attention to this competition. We're talking about $130,000 going out for guys from around the world coming in to compete for that big prize. So watch it, come see it, come compete in it.
3, 2.
Done.
Done.